Okay, so welcome back, you wonderful people. Today we're gonna have a look at this HP 14 inch ultralight laptop that I saw on Amazon, and 6,000 people bought this laptop. Now, you might be wondering why I'm gonna do this video. I'm gonna do this video, guys, to warn you guys about this particular laptop. Now, 6,000 people, I'm so sorry that you bought this laptop. Now, there is a $66 discount on this laptop, making it around 200 US, but I wouldn't personally recommend this laptop, and this is why I wanted to make this video really quickly. So it is 14 inches, which is nice. The form factor is nice, and I suspect that many parents are probably buying this for their kids. However, we'll get to the issue in a few seconds. So it comes off nice as a 14-inch laptop, which is, perfect size for students, business, that kind of thing. And so it's described. And it comes with an Intel quad-core processor. So you're thinking, wow, this is a wonderful Intel quad-core processor. It has 4 cores in it, so it should be fast. Well, the problem is that exactly that. So that's where the problems start. It is actually not fast at all. When we look at the stats for this thing, we see on the processor, it's the Intel Celeron N4120 processor. And I had a look at the pass mark, and guys, remember, I kind of gauge and I tell you guys that, and anything over 10,000 is awesome. Well, anything under like 2,500 is horrific in terms of performance. And this thing is under 2,500, it's just barely going to make 2,500 if you average it. It's slow. It's going to be really, really, really slow. Like, oh, it's going to be so bad. You're going to run this thing, and within a month of running Windows and installing apps and stuff like that, it's going to just be so slow to probably boot and run stuff that, like, I feel horrified. I feel horrified that this thing could even sell for 265 US dollars compared to all the other laptops that I've done. So guys, please don't take this the wrong way. I'm not saying this to insult you guys whoever bought it, but I'm feeling so sorry for the 6,000 people who are going to experience, and the 6,000 people just in the past month who are going to experience a really, really slow laptop, a laptop that will not be able to keep up with the times. This is the example of that. Now, what's even worse, so again, quad-core processor makes you think it's fast, but it's not fast at all. We looked at that. We looked at the processor. There is 8 gigabytes of RAM. Probably the only good thing other than the 14-inch screen is that it has 8 gigabytes of RAM. But this is going to be really mostly useless because the quad-core processor is going to really limit the performance that you experience on this laptop. I mean, this laptop is so slow that it's probably 4 to 5 years slow. That's how bad this laptop is. So please, I guess I'm discouraging you. You're probably going to leave this video before I even finish this. But as if that was not all, this thing comes with 64 gigabytes of eMMC. Now, guys, whenever you see eMMC for a laptop, I would suggest that you don't buy it. Not that the eMMC is horrific. Well, it's kind of horrific for gamers, but like no gamer in their right mind is going to probably use an eMMC storage. But the fact that they're using eMMC should give you a hint, of how much they're cost cutting on this laptop. And I had a quick look at Windows Central, and Windows Central gives you a kind of idea of the performance of an eMMC eMMC storage. And as you can see, Crystal Disk is showing read speeds of 223.1. This is the maximum values I'm looking at, and 138 are the write speeds. Now compare that to a normal SSD where you get 1069 and 130. So you see that the read speeds are like, this is 5 times slower, right? So this is probably running a little bit faster than mechanical drive, which is usually a bit on the slower side of things. So again, 64 gigabytes of eMMC is probably not worth this. It's not worth the price. Do not buy this. It's not worth the price. I don't know how they got, well, I mean, maybe it's because of the discount of the $66 making it $200 that people think that this is going to work out well for them as a deal. This is not going to be a good deal just based on everything else. It's going to be a good deal, money wise, but not performance wise, and the usage you're going to get is really terrible. Now the next thing is that this 6 GB of eMMC is probably for the Windows partition to run Windows, right? And so there's a chance that just installing Windows without updates is going to be like 20 to 40 gigs. And then as Microsoft releases updates as well, you're going to have a whole lot of problems when it takes up more space than it should. In fact, generally speaking, what happens is when you install Windows and then you do an update, some of the updates require a full backup, and it won't even be able to do that full backup. And then it's gonna lead to problems. You're gonna have issues. You're gonna have to pay a technician to probably solve this problem if you reinstall, well, backup and reinstall. I mean, that's really costly, especially services in the US is really costly. I don't know about other countries. But yeah, you're gonna have an issue. And then to add insult to injury, they offer 128 gigabytes of Ghost Manta SD card. So most people will look at, say 128 gigabytes of storage space. That's great. But this is on an SD card, guys. Now, number one, SD cards are not, as far as I know, durable for writing stuff often. In fact, SD cards fail just like that. It happens. They do fail. SD cards are slower than normal storage. And for the price that you're paying, this is an absolute terrible deal. Do not buy this for Christmas for your loved ones. It's someone is going to regret it soon. Now, how they tried again to sell this thing is the 1 year of Office 365, which is nice. I mean, you think, oh, well, this is going to be able to run Microsoft Word and Excel and PowerPoint. Run about 5 windows of that and see how the system is going to perform. Chances are it's not going to perform as great as you think. So, with that being said, this HP is definitely a no. In fact, I would recommend that no one buys Celeron Ends. They really underperform. And I mean, yeah, it's a cheaper processor. So just don't go with Celeron Ends. Go with something higher. Go with Ryzen. Go with, I would even say go with one of the better Intel processors. Because for around the same price, we had a look at the Acer and we had a look at the Asus. Both were around the same price. Both would have been tremendously better than this buy. And other than that, I'm not even going to go through much more of the stats. I don't think it makes sense to go through much more of the stats. This is also DDR4 RAM, by the way. This is not even DDR5. You can get DDR5 RAM in a laptop for about $280. So again, the only thing that might be good about this is the battery life of 11 hours, which I don't even think it'll hit 11 hours. It'll probably hit like 8, 9 hours perhaps, depending on it. But it's so slow that I'd be surprised. But nothing else appeals. So I'm really, really so sad that people bought this because it was cheap. Because cheap things, I mean, certain things are good deals when they're cheap, but this is not a good deal even though it's cheap. Can you imagine what the 720 HD camera is going to look like? It's probably not going to be good either. This is just overall a very terrible combination of laptops to buy. Look at what people said. They said wait, value for money. I'm so surprised that I don't even have to even trust Amazon anymore when I see things like that. Laptop quality was good. Okay, ease of design. Functionality, no tick. Notice that. Why do you think there's no tick on that functionality? It's slow. Sturdiness, well, I don't know what the difference between sturdiness and laptop quality. That's an interesting one. And durability, so it's not very durable. I mean, a laptop is a laptop. You wouldn't want to throw it on a laptop anyways. That is not so much that I care about. I think I care more about functionality. And this is going to run really slow if you try to run anything other than maybe, I don't even know if 5 browser windows with Chrome is going to work on this or not. I mean, I have a Ryzen 3000G computer that 5 windows, if you're using Google Drive, it goes to a snail's pace. Far less with this. You're going to buy a snail, and do not buy a snail. Go for something else. With that being said, guys, I hope that I helped you guys out. If I did help you out and saved you from buying this terrible tech specs laptop, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys again soon on another episode of RTHG, where I'll be going through some more of these deals, hopefully good deals that we could see for the season. With that being said, hope you have a wonderful season ahead of you, and we'll catch up soon. Take care. Bye-bye.